Alesha, and if this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. I wanted to revisit one of my popular videos, why I dropped Alpha Phi Omega. To be honest with you, I'm surprised people have watched that shit, so thank you for watching. And 48 hours is on, and this is going to kind of be like the unofficial part 3. I'm probably going to break it up over the next couple of days because I have a lot of auditions. I have 2 auditions tomorrow, and it's been crazy when it comes to auditions, so I'm gonna probably film this over the next couple days. We'll see how it works. But like I said, I'm really surprised people will watch this and reached out to me, and people from all around the world have reached out. And thank you, because there's so many things you can do with your time, but you decided to watch my video, so I appreciate it. And it's one of those videos on my YouTube channel that still keeps going up. Like, as I record this, the numbers keep like slowly but surely going up, so I appreciate you. Goes to show that you should share your story because you just never know who it could reach and what new friends you can make out of it. And I also want to revisit this because I've been in a lot of Facebook groups, and one of the questions that I keep getting in my feed is it harder? I keep on doing that. Older. Is it harder to make friends the older you get? And I've been saying yes. But you can still make friends when you're older, but you just have to get yourself out there and find people on your same wavelength, and find friends on your same energy, and find, common interests. Because yeah, when you're in school, you see people all the time, you just naturally are friends because you see them every day. But then once you leave school, a lot of times you find the connections kind of like, drizzle out, or doesn't last after school. So yes, I've been answering a lot of those questions. So I think with my experiences in Alpha Phi Omega, I think I can answer some of those questions about making friends the older you get. And yeah, you can make friends when you're older, but you just have to get a little bit more creative and stick your neck out there. So let's get into it. So when I first made the videos in article, the question I got was, how can I help? That kind of thing. And I was watching a lot of Alpha Phi Omega people post Black Lives Matter and post a black box. And I wasn't buying the bullshit. I know them way too well. I think a good number of them don't care about racism. They're trying to make everybody else in the world think they care, but they can secretly give 2 fucks. They're doing it for popularity reasons, not moral and good reasons. And that was just ultimately my stance. I mean, there were some people who really was trying, and I have friends and white friends and friends of all races who really tried, really made efforts, really do things to make long-term change. But there's just a group of them now. I'm like, I don't think their intentions are genuine, because I know them too well. There were times when they were out with their white friends, when they saw me, they would run from me. I look at their pictures on social media, all white people in their crowd. And look, I'm not coming down on people for being close with who they're close with. But how can you say Black Lives Matter? So I'm going to continue. But anyways, I just felt like, especially in my time at Alpha Phi Omega, that there were some of the members who didn't want to be my friend because I was black. And I'm just going to throw this out there as an elephant in the room. Just because I'm light-skinned doesn't mean that I fit in with white people better. I think over the years of my life, I've had certain experiences where, oh, you're whiter and you got light skin, you got long hair. No amount of light skin assimilation is going to protect me from racism in the United States. So getting back to this, there are times when I was in Alpha Phi Omega where I would run into a member or somebody who said, hey, we're friends. But then when they were with their white friends, all of a sudden I didn't exist. They run from me, tell one of their homies, hey, get the fuck out of here. And I would look at pictures on their social media. They would all hang out at each other's houses, and look, maybe they were just closer to each other and it had nothing to do with race. And maybe I didn't want to be open and tell them things and whatever. But at some point in time, when you've been on this earth for a long time, you read the writing on the wall, you have to realize that, maybe some of this treatment I'm getting is because of my race. And it's sad because people treat you bad because of your race. It's sad that there's a lot of people out there like that. And to see them posting Black Lives Matters posts, I'm not buying it. I've had people tell me, oh, but Alesha, they're really trying to learn, they're trying to grow, and they're trying to be they're trying to learn, and I'm just not buying it, because I have white friends and friends of other races who you could tell they care, that you could tell that they really want to learn, really want to grow. But I feel like these people that were posting, they were just trying to be a member of the team for image purposes, for popularity reasons, not for moral and good based reasons. They were just doing it because they don't want to look racist. They don't care about black people. Like I said in the last clip, how can you talk about Black Lives Matters when you don't even have black friends? You don't even make an effort to get to know people outside your own race. You kind of have your own little clique, your own little bubble. And yet, and wait, here's the thing about some of them. Some of them will go as far as, having friends of, Asian descent, Indian descent, Hispanic descent. They'll have all other race of people in their photos. But the one race of people that's always missing is black. So this tells me that maybe some of my Alpha Phi Omega friends or brothers, maybe some of them have learned harmful things about black people growing up, and maybe they've heard harmful stereotypes about black people, which are not true, and they're uncomfortable around black people. So I made that video and article last year. Well, the videos, I had 2 videos and 1 article. I made them last year because I wasn't buying it. I didn't think Black Lives Matter to them. They didn't care. I have friends who care and make it obvious they care, but they only posted the black box once and think that, oh shit, we're on the team. But no. And then I have some of them who have gone as far as having 1 black friend and their CEO all white. And I'm just like, that's not gonna cut the mustard either, my dears. A for effort, but no. You really need to have a diverse group of friends, and if you don't, that's more of a reflection on you. So when I see, them posting Black Lives Matter stuff, these pretenders, those are the ones who I was calling out, because I have friends of all races who are really trying, who really make the effort, who post and really put themselves out there. Hey, what can I learn? How can I help? And these pretenders who are pretending to be on the team, they should be fucking ashamed of themselves. Like, if you're posting that, and yet you're going back doing the same thing, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. And it was almost annoying to see the pretenders post, we're on the team, what can we do to help? Same people who ran for me when they saw me out in public, acted like I didn't exist when they were with their white friends. The pretenders. But yet you somehow want to pretend that you're on the team. You care more about fitting in than making long-term change. And I wasn't buying it, starting to get annoyed with it. And I was told from several people, if they actually took the time to read this, they could probably learn something. But the people who need to read it won't, and your friends who are really on your side, who really love and support you, will. I said, oh yeah, definitely. Because I've had people reach out all around the world, and I'm surprised. I've had some people ask me, do I want to rejoin Alpha Phi Omega? And I said, no, I do not want to rejoin Alpha Phi Omega. I will still talk with people who talk with me, but I'm not interested in rejoining. And that's basically why I made it, because I was seeing too many fake people who were just hopping on the bandwagon for their own personal gain, trying to get a piece, and yeah, we care. No, you don't. You don't care. You haven't shown you care. You had a black friend in Alpha Phi Omega in your chapter, and there were times where you ran for me and act like I didn't exist. So no, you don't care. You just don't want to look racist. So that's why I originally made it, just to address the pretenders. And again, I've been told that I could be pretty blunt and straightforward in my articles and mediums, but you'll definitely know where I stand. It's not like I'm a talk behind your back and talk amongst my friends. I'm just going to come at you directly and address it. So that's why I made it in the first place. I'm going to go ahead and get into some juicy stories and maybe answer the group's questions on how you can make friends as an older adult, i.e. 20s and 30s. We're not old, but we're not in that grade school, high school, college stage anymore where we see our friends every day. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that and I will see you in like 1 second. So, my view still stands. If they care about black people, then I am the president of the United States. So, let me get into, for people who haven't watched the first two parts, the reason why I was looking to join an organization in the first place, especially on campus. Um, I am the only child, and being the only child growing up, I've been used to just shouldering things and not burdening people and not talking with people and just kind of just powering through things on my own. And I've had friends throughout the years, but I've also had a lot of situations where my trust was broken. So I really have a hard time trusting people. And even today, I still don't trust people that much. I mean, I have some friends that I obviously trust and have opened up to, but that's taken a long time. And even for like a long time, I didn't even tell them a lot because I just wasn't sure how they were going to receive it. But anywho, getting back to this, I wanted to join something that was bigger than myself, get outside my comfort zone, maybe get some siblings, and maybe get some people who's in my life that I can get some outside perspectives on. Because sometimes it's just good to get some different opinions and different perspectives, and maybe you're not seeing a problem a certain way, and maybe they can help you see a problem this way instead of that way, instead of like you basically get outside your own mindset sometimes. Or yeah, get outside your, what's the word I'm trying to say, get outside your own view, and sometimes it's good to see things from different perspectives. And yeah, so I wanted to find some people, and I kept getting rejected. um and there's that quote that says sometimes when you're rejected, it leads you to what you're supposed to be, and it redirects you to something better. But still, it would just been nice to like have somebody to turn to. And so I kept trying, even though I kept getting rejected from a bunch of organizations. I still kept trying anyway. Like, even though, like I said, that quote rings true, sometimes rejection leads you to something better, and it redirects you to something better. And rejection is not rejection. You should just keep going. And I did. And also, I was just experiencing a lot of friends passing away on campus, traumatic things, and I'm not gonna get into it because I don't want to make this like a 3-hour video. I lost a lot of friends in college over different things, and I just wanted some people that I could go talk to about it. And I wasn't expecting anyone to solve my problems, but it just would have been nice to maybe have some people be there. And finally, I was just dealing with some racist things from my major, and just racism on campus in general. And it just would have been cool to maybe like not go through those things by myself. And at that point, I was like, I'm shouldering a lot on my own. Let me try to get out there. So now that you know the beginning, like the pre-story before I even joined Alpha Phi Omega, I definitely came into Alpha Phi Omega keeping people at arm's length. And one of the things I noticed right off the bat, that in particular my chapter at the time, is people had their established friend groups, and I wasn't willing to be vulnerable. And I sometimes wish there was just like a happy medium, like, hey, we can still be friends even though you don't want to open up. And I understand that, friendship, part of getting close bonds is being vulnerable with people, but there is also a gossipy element and people backstabbing and being cutthroats, and I wasn't really comfortable with revealing deep dark secrets with people just for them to spread it around the chapter. And I could have liked you personally, but I didn't trust you. And like I said, with my history of not trusting and people violating my trust and spilling my secrets everywhere, when I see and saw people gossiping, I wasn't gonna tell them anything. That was one thing. And at the subconscious level, I've always felt like some people in my chapter did not want to be friends with me because I was black. And I hate to keep making shit a race issue, because if you know me personally, I don't like pulling out the race card. But at the same time, I'm the person who will read the writing on the wall. All my life, especially, because I didn't act the way a black person in their mind should act, or I didn't follow the harmful stereotypes and, their idea of how they think a black person should be, because I didn't fall in that category. I didn't fit into their role. I didn't play into their, I wasn't their puppet. Some people just wasn't sure how to take me. And instead of just loving me and getting to know me for who I am and was, people had this idea of how they think I should be or how they thought I should be, and dealt with that my whole life. Coming into Alpha Phi Omega, even though I tried hard to navigate the cliques and get to know people and make people feel welcomed, I always felt like some of the treatment I got in different periods throughout my time in APO was definitely because of my skin color and shit. It just sucks that we're still in the period of time where people still treat you badly or treat you a certain way based on what you look like and what your skin color is. This shit sucks. But I noticed that over time and didn't really want to like make a big issue of it. But there was just some things that were starting to be harder and harder to ignore. I said, you know what? Yeah, I think some of this treatment is definitely because of skin color. And it's sad because some of these people I still like and some of these people I still talk to. And there's some people I met from APO that are really, really, really cool and I still keep in touch with. But at the core, I think there were some times where I wasn't invited in the clique because somebody didn't like me or somebody wasn't comfortable or somebody didn't take the time to get to know me and they had these ideas of what they thought I should be and maybe I didn't stack up. And it's just sad that, you know, that still happens, but that definitely happened. So I want to emphasize that I don't like to play victim. I don't want to keep making things a race issue. But being an Alpha Phi Omega and being on that college campus, experiencing the same racist things in both scenarios, I realized that I would never be able to escape racism on that campus because the campus that I was on, like I said, I'm going to keep the name out, has a very racist reputation. And to keep experiencing the same things over and over and over again on smaller scale, bigger scale, smaller scale, bigger scale, personally, like one-on-one, it was just crazy to me, like that I'm a human being and nobody really saw me as such. Well, a lot of people didn't see me as such. And sometimes it wasn't like the obvious forms of racism, it was kind of the subtle ones that a lot of people like didn't notice. And as much as I have great memories from Alpha Phi Omega and I still adore and love some people that I met in Alpha Phi Omega, dropping the organization and finding other organizations and moving on with my life was probably one of the best things I could have ever done. And look, like I'll tell you guys all the time, I don't care who you're friends with. I'm not gonna sit here and police you and talk about who you need to be friends with. But I'm also gonna ask you to make a conscious effort to get to know somebody who's different than you, different than your race, different, you know, different religion, different background, yada, the whole 9 yards. Get to know somebody outside your bubble. And I understand you want to hang out and make memories with the people you're close with. Continue to do that. But again, please get to know somebody outside your circles. Take a chance on somebody else outside your cliques. And if you're in grade school, high school, college, watching this, mean girls and mean guys still exist as adults. You think bullying and harassment and racism stops. It doesn't stop. You know, unfortunately, if you experience it in your younger years in school, you'll experience it, unfortunately, for the rest of your life. Like, I've experienced racism my whole life from grade school on up. Hopefully, we can get to a point in society where we can love each other and treat each other and, you know, hug each other as human beings. But I don't think I'll see it in my lifetime, but it's a good goal to strive for. So, now that that's out the way, I have been making video for this part. Okay, it's 12:47, about to be 1. I've been making video for this since 10. So I think I'm going to go to sleep and try to finish it up maybe later on today. So if it's close to 1 a.m. right now, I'm going to try to tackle this Sunday afternoon. But anywho, just some things I want to say for this portion. Like I said, there are going to be some juicy stories. It's probably going to be a couple of hours before I film the next take. But due to the editing and stuff like that, it's only going to be 1 minute. So I'm going to go ahead and click off for now. Good night. And I will see you in 1 second, literally. Hey, it's Sunday. 5 o'clock. So, what's up? So I'm gonna get right back into it. I was gonna save these for interviews, but I figured these are really juicy, and I think they would be good stories to kind of add. Because if you watch the first two parts, I talk about a lot of things, but this is the story that I was gonna save for interviews. But let me just get it out and open. I was in downtown Indianapolis, and by the way, there's music in the background. Once again, I apologize. I was in downtown Indianapolis, right, preparing for an audition, Monument Circle, see the handlebar, and I see a bunch of Alpha Phi Omega alum went up to say hello. The guys were amazing. The girls gave me dirty looks. And I'm not going to say names, although they probably do deserve to get called out for being little bitches. But I still love you guys, but I definitely will call people out when I feel the need to and you know, straighten people out. But this is not the time or place. This is something I would love to have the opportunity to do in the future, you know, face-to-face conversation. Let's be grown-ups and have a talk and have a chit-chat. But anywho, they gave me dirty looks, and I can just tell that they didn't want me there. And I sort of got the sense that if we were in a dark alley, they would probably all try to gang up on me and beat my ass. But individually, I could probably take them. But, you know, if they had their way, they probably would have tried to take me and beat my ass and do whatever. They gave me a real dirty look. Every last one of the girls. And I was like, what the hell? Where's the love at? And I've had some theories as to why this happened. I remember the last time I talked to the one that we picked as my old master, and people in APO circles know who I'm talking about. We talked about hanging out. And I don't really talk about this publicly a lot, but I have an invisible illness where I had a tumor, had surgery, had to take some time off. When you don't look sick, people have a tendency to assume that you're making it up just to get out of hanging out. When you don't feel good and you have an invisible illness, there's a lot less compassion and understanding because you don't look sick. You know, you're fit, you're in shape. You don't look like a sick person, but they don't see the stabbing pains. They don't see the pains you go through. I'm not really comfortable with talking about my condition because it's kind of personal and something I will probably talk about in the future. But right now, I don't want to talk about that. I had to not hang out some nights because I was just in so much stabbing pain. And I think some friends took that personal. And yeah. Second thing, we're going on different paths than most people. Like I said, I don't plan on getting married. I don't plan on having kids. I'm not working 9 to 5. I'm in entrepreneurship. I'm an actress and I'm a musician. There's times I just don't have time to hang out. And again, with that little invisible illness thing, I have to really make my good days count. Sometimes I have filming from 6:45 a.m. to 5. Sometimes I have entrepreneur things come up. And you have to have some friends that really understand that you might not be around like you want to, but when you can be around, you make it count. And let me take some more notes really quick because I have a couple more things I want to add. Give me 1 second. Getting back to my point, you know, the same people that complain that I'm not hanging out with them enough or not making enough time for them, are you going to pay my bills? Would you give me a couch to sleep on if I needed it because I became homeless? Probably not. Probably the same people that would, you're not going to believe what Alesha asked me. Because here's the reality, guys. I know that quote rings true, you shouldn't be so busy earning a living that you forget to make a life. I understand you need friends and you shouldn't isolate yourself. But here's the deal. Had a really bad situation happen to me earlier in life where I trusted the wrong people, depended on the wrong people, was vulnerable, and got burnt on multiple occasions. This basically taught me to never depend on anyone financially outside myself ever again. Of course, there are going to be times where I've asked my mom for help and stuff like that. But for the most part, I've always, you know, don't depend on nobody else financially ever again in your life like this, Alesha. So yeah, there's times where I'm not around like you want me to be, but I still have love and care for you. You might not see it all the time because I'm hustling my ass off with filming, music, and entrepreneurship in my businesses, and some of the other things I'm doing, but I'm hustling. And as far as Alpha Phi Omega people goes, I noticed that when I post pictures of me doing something acting related or something music, I've noticed Alpha Phi Omega people, especially not all of them, because there's still some that I'm cool with. A lot of people from my chapter have removed me off Facebook. I find that there's people who are on your social media just to watch you fail. And when you're not failing, when it looks like you're being successful, I sometimes feel like this brings out, well, a lot of times it brings out jealous feelings, and this girl is doing something that I'm not doing, or this black girl is not, doing the things that we think a black person should be doing. She's exceeding our expectations. And again, I hate to keep making shit a racial issue, but at the subconscious level, when it looks like you're doing well, or it looks like you're doing better, not necessarily is. I made an article and I'm going to go ahead and post it below. When it looks like you're doing better, I think sometimes some people think they can't keep up. Like, life is not a competition. We should be rooting and supporting each other no matter what path we're on. But I find that especially in APO circles, I've gotten, more, I gotten kicked out of a lot of Facebooks when I say, hey, I got this acting gig, or hey, I'm in Miami, or hey, I'm in New York. They haven't, overall, like, more Alpha Phi Omega people been a pain in my ass personally, and not really been supportive. And in order to manifest what you're meant to have in this reality, you gotta find friends who are on your same wavelength, on your same energy plane, and you just have to find people who is like-minded and blazing the same trail as you. And as much as I love Alpha Phi Omega, and we'll talk with some of the people in the organization that talks to me, I find that, hey, I want to be an entrepreneur, so be friends with entrepreneur friends. Be friends with other actresses, that kind of thing, and actors. So I'm a musician, and I also like making music. So when you are blazing your own trail, find like-minded people who is going down that same trail like you. Because when you're going on a different path, like me, for example, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm not working a 9-to-5 job, I'm an actress, I'm a musician, I'm not wanting to get married, not wanting to have kids. When you do things different, or that scene is different, people naturally attack it. So to answer the question of a lot of my Facebook groups, and can you make friends when you're older? Absolutely. You just have to find people who align with your same energy. They're out there, they exist. But I'm just going to be honest, as far as Alpha Phi Omega people, and I use this group as an example, I feel like the friendships has always been one-sided. Like, even as I record this video right now, I send Snapchats to some of the people I'm still semi-cool with. They never send Snapchats back to me, so that just lets me know that subconsciously, my friendship doesn't mean a lot to them. And I also have friends that no matter what happens, no matter how long we go without speaking, we're going to always be friends. Like, there's a friend that I haven't talked to in 10 years. Picked up the phone, called her. It's like we never stopped being friends. And then you have to recognize when, the chapter in that book is over and time to go to the next chapter. You have to realize that some people, no matter how much you want to be friends with them, they don't want to be friends with you. Sad state of affairs, but it's true. Sometimes friends show their true colors when you're successful, and they also show you their true colors when you're going through trials and tribulations. And sometimes I've also found when I joined stuff like Bumble BFF, I've joined fitness competitions, I've joined other Facebook groups, I've found friends that I've known for a lot less long that supported me in way more ways than friends I've known for years. And I also have friends nowadays that realize that your success doesn't take away from my success. There is enough room at everybody at the table to be successful. I just told some friends, listen, if my song got 100 streams and your song got millions and millions of streams, even though my song is struggling, you figured out your marketing strategy, I'm going to be happy for your success. I'm not going to, oh my God, because some people out here think that, your success takes away from them. That's not true. When you're living in abundance and you see somebody else that's abundant, it's naturally going to happen for you. When you hate on somebody who's successful, that's bad karma coming back at you. So if you can be happy for somebody else's success, it's naturally going to happen for you. I also have a lot of people who felt like, yo, you're going to leave me behind. That's not true. When you're happy for other people's success, it's just going to happen for you. So I felt like with a lot of my Alpha Phi Omega friends, they thought, oh, you're successful, you're leaving me behind. That's not true. I don't think you're little. Just because I found my life purpose doesn't mean I think you're little. I don't think I'm better. I just want to find my own way. That was it. So, life is not a competition. I don't think I'm better. I just used the law of attraction, put my intentions in, and got to work. And I'm still working on stuff. I'm still figuring stuff out. Life is, I'm on my own timeline. Once I stopped, and I never really did, I don't compare myself to other people. Once I stopped being obsessed with being done with things by a certain time, I gotta do this by this age, and that mess is so freeing. I don't care about getting things done by a certain age. When you can learn to be on your own timeline and don't compete with other people and don't compare yourself to other people, that's a level of freedom, man. So, another thing, ladies, be the woman who can straighten another woman's crown without telling the world about it. And let me repeat that one more time because there's noise in the background. Be the lady, be the woman that can straighten. Okay, I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen. Be the woman or lady that can straighten up another lady's crown without telling the world about it. This jealousy and this cutthroat and this catty shit that sometimes women put out is ridiculous. Seriously, ladies, we should be looking out for each other. Give me a fucking break. You know what I mean? So, let me see if I can tackle this one more thing as to why I think I'm on the outs with a lot of Alpha Phi Omega folks to my Facebook friend groups. A single person hustle is definitely not respected. They don't respect my busy the same way they would respect a married person with kids busy. If I was, revolving my life around a husband and kids, I'm pretty sure I would get more play. But because I'm single, you're supposed to be free and you need to make time to hang out with us. But single people are just as busy or the same amount of busy as married people. In fact, I got this quote that I got from this webinar, and I'm going to say it real quick. When you're seeking from another that you can't seek from yourself, you kind of take away energy. When you learn to give yourself what you need, when you can walk in a situation where you add energy that helps everyone there, instead of looking to take what's yours and trying to get what's yours, that's a better situation to be in. Women are born with great intuition, gut instincts, power. Society tries to sever this tie. We're told what to want, told to be this way, not that way, told how to be, conditioned to be this way, told how to be, influenced to be this way, not that way. And we're trying, and the world is always trying to explain it, rationalize it away, explain it away. Deep down, women know what they need, and this world is set up and designed to sever that connection to that truth. And to hear that come from a guy, that's pretty damn deep. You'd be amazed at how many people try to tell me, oh, you'll get married, you'll have kids one day. I don't want to be bothered. And I think a lot of people don't respect when you say you want to be alone. Like, they think, oh, you don't want to be by yourself because we're such an extroverted society. When you want to be by yourself, you want to be by yourself. And it's the same thing like when I say I want to be child-free, instead of getting weird looks, oh, that's great. Instead of, bashing or trying to make you be a certain way, it would just be nice if we could just support each other no matter what life path we're on. And like I said, instead of expecting like a guy to make me happy, I want to be happy myself. Like, when you're happy alone, that's a different kind of happy. Again, like I go back to this quote, when you can learn, summon, set the intention to give yourself what you need, And you can walk in a situation where you add energy that helps everyone there instead of looking to see what you can get or trying to take what's yours. So instead of depending on somebody financially, instead of depending on the relationship for my happiness, instead of looking for some guy to complete me, that's what I'm talking about. When we can learn how to support each other's happiness and support each other's paths, regardless of what it looks like to other people, that would be amazing. Let's see. What else did I have to say? I feel like I want to say something else. Give me a second. Another example I thought of, moms need self-care when they have kids. And there's people out here who really want kids but suffer with infertility issues. Instead of bashing each other, instead of like judging each other and judging each other's situation, we should just learn to be loving and supporting of each other and just be a listening ear to each other. That's all I'm asking. And to continue to answer my Facebook friends' questions. And there are times where I felt like because people in my Alpha Phi Omega circles didn't understand, they didn't want to take the time to understand, they kind of naturally kicked me out. And like I said again, it was not everybody doing it, it was just a number of people over the years. And every once in a while, like I might have somebody respond to a message, say, oh, or hey, or they don't remember my birthday like they remember people in their clique's birthday and that kind of thing. So just want to throw that out there. Just another thought. So if you made it to this point in the video, I just want to say you're a trooper. But to my Facebook groups, grade school people, high school people, college people, anybody, any age, the one thing I want you to keep in mind is to make sure you consider the messenger behind the message. Just personal opinion, I think the reason why some of the APO girls that gave me the dirty looks, because they were given information based on a friend, and they want to fit in and stay in the friend group. And I hate to put this out here for grade school, high school, college folks. Bullying happens as adults, workplace bullying, whatever. Like adults, there's mean girls and mean guys. If a friend tells you juicy gossip, before you believe it and take it at face value, do a little bit of investigation. Do a little investigating and see if it's real. Because sometimes the person who's telling you the message could be jealous and toxic. And sure, if a trusted best friend tells me something about somebody, I'm definitely going to take the information. But sometimes it's best to give people the space to find out things for themselves also. But the one thing I will not do is be friends with my best friend's enemy. Had it happened once. I told a childhood best friend that one of my ex-toxic best friends was very toxic, tried to destroy my life, listed out about 10, 20 things. After this, she became friends with my ex-toxic friend, and to this day, they are still friends. I think it is the worst thing in the world to play both sides of the fence. So, stick with your friends, even if they tell you stuff. But make sure you do your research. Make sure you do your homework, and make sure your friend isn't a toxic, jealous person trying to spread rumors and gossip also. Because sometimes false information can be spread around for no reason. But again, going back to that situation, don't be a motherfucker who plays both sides of the fence. Because trust and loyalty is very big to me. And having that happen to me several times, I will never become friends with my friend's enemy. I will never become friends with my friend's enemy. So in other words, if my friend tells me, hey, that person treated me like shit, that person was not nice to me, I'm not going to go be friends with that person because I want everybody to get along. Because the reality is everybody in this world is not going to get along. Everybody's not going to be friends. Everybody's not going to play kumbaya and we're going to walk on a damn plane somewhere holding hand in hand. Everybody's not going to get along. I think that's the worst thing you could do, is play both sides of the fence. So yeah, I have a little bit of I understand their loyalty to their friend, but just a thought. You know, do your research, stick with your friends, don't play both sides of the fence. Do your research. You know, pay attention to the messenger. Make sure the messenger isn't trouble. Booyah. So, if you find that someone is gossiping to you about other people, more likely they're talking about you behind your back as well. Finally, at the end of this video, my goodness, to all my people in my Facebook groups and all the people who come across this video and you made it to this point, you're a beast. Just want to say, like, and want to pose a question. If you find that you don't fit in anywhere, don't give up. Sometimes you don't align with the people that you're around. And in order to manifest what you're meant to manifest, sometimes you have to spend a little bit of time by yourself until you find the right people. I promise you it's worth it. I used Alpha Phi Omega groups that I was in as an example. You know, I didn't fit in the cliques either. And to be honest with you, I'd rather be on my own than be around toxic people anyways. And there's still some people I still talk to. But like I said, for the most part, throughout my time while I was in it, I really wasn't in the cliques at all. And like I said, I'm eating some food, so you gotta forgive me. This is really good. Definitely don't give up, because it took me years to find people I could trust. And don't get me wrong, like, I love my best close friends. And sometimes I'm a little bit hesitant to even tell them some things, because sometimes occasionally I get those feelings that I feel like I can't get close to some people when I go to new places and new events and stuff like that, because I've had so much history of people violating my trust that sometimes I do proceed slow. But once I find that I can trust, I will be vulnerable and open up. But like I said, it takes time. And just don't give up on your friendship journeys. There's definitely friends out there for you that will love you for you. Just don't force it if it's not working out. If you don't fit in, maybe somewhere else is better. Just keep going on your path and keep fighting the good fight. And I'm gonna be eating this good food. Thank you for watching. This is good. I don't know if you can see this, but so sorry if I talk with food in my mouth. I saw that. That was really weird. That was good. I'm pretty sure I forgot to say something else, but I'll either edit it in later or make another video. Oh my gosh, this is really good. Like I said, if you have any more questions or more friendship questions, or want to talk to me about this topic or anything else, hit me up. Instagram, Medium, Facebook groups. Hit me. I'm gonna finish this up and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm almost finished. I forgot to add, this is like a little bonus material. One more thing. Your friends should want to see you be successful. If they don't want to see you be successful, then they're not your friends. And over the years, and maybe other people out here can relate to, I've been told that I'm ahead of my time. Doesn't mean I know everything, but I've just been through some life experiences that makes me see the whole picture instead of seeing the corner. So another question, bonus question, that if you made it to the very, 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 very end, like this is like not supposed to be in the video, but kind of just made it in because I'm going to edit it in. I'm going to put it at the end. How many people have been told that you're ahead of your time and you see things that other people don't see, and because you see things that other people don't see, you're naturally misunderstood. And because you're naturally misunderstood, you don't fit in. If you are in that spot and you feel like you don't fit in because you have the foresight to see things that other people don't see, don't give up. I promise you, your people are out there. I got your back. I know you don't know me from Adam. You don't know who the fuck I am, but I'll be your friend and be somebody you could trust and tell your secrets to. I won't tell nobody, I promise. Because I know what it's like to open your heart to somebody just for them to spill their beans everywhere. I promise I won't ever say anything. If you feel like you need somebody to talk to, I'll be that person. So, I'm going to go finish this. I'm really going now. I'm really going out. I'm pretty sure I talked with some food in my mouth. I'm so sorry. My foodiness is coming out, so I need to go. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.